Hi everybody, today we're going to talk about lesson 54, writing fractions and decimals on a number line. So if you take a look here at example number 1, we have a number line that starts at 0 and we see that it's labeled 0.5, 1, 1.4 here at the end. So if I go through and I count, I can figure out that each tick mark counts as 0.1 or 1/10. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and so on. If I was to do the same thing as a fraction, I have 0/10, or I have 1/10, and here I have letter A, which is at 2/10. So A equals 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, and so on. So if I wanted to figure out what point B was at, okay, I would continue on from 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10. So B equals 8/10 or 0.8 because it's asking you to write a fraction and a decimal, which I didn't do for A. 2/10 or 0.2. Okay, and if I continue on to C, here I have 10/10 or 1 whole. So this would be 1 and 1/10, 1 and 2/10. So C equals 1 whole and 2/10 or 1.2. Okay, so you need to make sure that you give both the decimal and the fraction for each problem. There we go. All right, let's go on to example 2. Example 2, A, which point best represents 0.25? So first I have to figure out what we're counting by. And again, we're counting by tenths. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10. So I want to know which point best represents 0.25. Well, I know that 0.25 is going to be in between, is going to be in between 0.2 and 0.3. If I think of this as money, this would be like 20 cents. Then we have our 25 cents and our 30 cents. Okay, so 0.25 will be in between 0.2 and 0.3. So the answer to A would be, here's 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. Point B is in between. So B would best represent 0.25. Question C, which point best represents 1 and 1/10? Well, we know that because it is larger than 1, it has to be to the right of the 1. The only number to the right of the 1 is the D, and it's right there on a 10th mark. All right, okay, let's look at example 3. Draw a number line divided into tenths. Okay, now place a point on the number line for each of the numbers shown below. Label the points and then write the numbers in order from least to greatest. Okay, so we do have a number bigger than 1 point, or bigger than 1. So I'm going to draw my number line. Okay, do not skimp on these number lines. Make them the whole width of the page. Okay, you don't want you to get your numbers crushed together. Okay, so here I have 0, 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that should be plenty. So we want to, you could either label each one or you can label every few. I'm going to label kind of the halfway mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10/10, or 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 1. Oh, 1 and 5/10. Sorry. Let's erase that. There we go. Okay, now it's asking us to label these. So first I'm going to label 2/10. 1, 2. I'm going to draw my dot and label it 2/10. Then I have the point 1.2. So if this is 1, 1 and 1/10, 1 and 2/10. Draw my dot and I'm going to label it 1 and 2/10. There we go. Okay. I'm going to come back to 0.75 here in a minute. Okay, 1/2. Well, I know that 1/2 is the same as 5/10. Okay, because I'm counting in tenths. So this is going to be my 1/2. It's halfway between 0 and 1. And then I have 0.75. So I know that 0.75 will be between 0.7 and 0.8. So here's 0.5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to draw my dot in between the two. Okay. Notice some of these are decimals, some of these are fractions. This is actually supposed to be a decimal. And then it wants you to label them and write the numbers in order from least to greatest. Okay, so I would have 2/10, and then 1/2, and then 0.75, and then 1.2. Okay, so make sure that when you label your points, you can either draw little arrows to them if you want to, or put your labels on top and put your others on the bottom. All right? Okay, I think that's it. Your lesson practice does go on to the next page, so make sure you
Mommy,
follow
look
along.
at this.
All right, see you tomorrow.